if you play with a live band, every performance is a new version of that song.
Right.
If you're doing a track every show, it's only so many,
So many times you're gonna enjoy that before you get annoyed or whatever, be done with it, as they say. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I got a funny question. You don't have to explain it too much, man, but give me your quick thoughts, man, on artists rapping over lyrics.
I'm gonna let Easy have that one.
He said, I ain't doing that.
My simple answer to that, Locks, Dipset verses.
Why these niggas keep rhyming over the words?
If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help. You're only cheating yourself out of the chance to find out who you really can be.
I put this on everything.
Party people.
I love
It's your boy
my
M.A.Z.
sexy, my clothes. I thought I told you this is my world, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, party people, in the place to be. This is a special one, Skrills.
What? You know how I get down, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm about.
It's your boy MAZ. Yes, sir. Man, we in here.
I'm geek, man.
Listen.
No disrespect to the rappers and all that, man, but we finally got some R&B in the house. Or rather, a blend, I should say.
A blend of...
A perfect blend.
With a perfect blend of hip-hop, R&B, soul, you know what I'm saying? And, my phone, Skrills.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I gotta make sure, you know what I mean? Make sure you get you right introduction.
I reside in the South Side. This is my...
Oh, that's right. That's the jam, baby.
That's how we're gonna hold it down each and every time. And first and foremost, shout out to each and everybody that tune in each and every week, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We wouldn't be able to do this without y'all.
Facts.
And talk about pioneers here, man. To the right of me. It's crazy because last time I heard from these cats, I went on DSP Skrills and just to make sure I did my due diligence of checking the back work. Bro, 20 years? 20 years to be exact, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, fellas?
First album.
The first album.
Which was the classic Ghetto Soul.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Original, the out the trunk,
Right.
Yeah.
masterpiece style, everywhere, backyards, you know what I'm saying, front yards, clubs. Yeah. That was 2003. Yep,
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mojo in the house, man.
Let's go get it. I'll take it easy, baby. Let's start living. Show me your way. Let you get it. 'Cause I like the way you move and I can't wait to play.
If you a boss and I'm a boss, tell me what could stop us. This is infinite potential, we approach it proper. We stick together through whatever, 'cause we understand.
This is crazy. 'Cause
Let's do one more bar.
one more? For good measure, right?
There's two of us.
Okay. Well then,
No,
one for Easily,
cool.
one for Trey, and then one as the group, right?
One for Mazi's world, you heard?
One for come on, man. There it is. So for those who may not know, if y'all want to introduce yourselves, you know what I'm saying, who is Mojo?
So one half of Mojo here is Easy, songwriter, poet, performer in the group.
My half is Trey. I'm Trey. Trey Love Supreme, also known as.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Producer extraordinaire, songwriter, since he don't want to say it.
Right. super humble, right? He's just,
Word.
And he try to be cool with it, like,
I'm trying to be.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Trey. And y'all both bring a lot to the table, man, because best believe y'all's artistry is incredible. And I had the pleasure, once again.
Flex? I am flexing.
No, the flex on nobody, but I got to hear a little bit of the album, some joints on
word?
there. Yeah, got to hear some instrumentation, some beats and stuff like that. And
Must be nice. Skrills out here setting up. Skrills out here setting up.
Got you, bro.
We got you, Skrilly.
Nah, I appreciate it.
So let's talk about the project real quick. Like you said, 20 years since the first album.
20 years.
So I guess where do we start? I hate to ask what happened, but it's like, what happened?
Life happened, man.
Yeah.
You know, That was during, let's see, I'm thinking, you talking about the 2009 project, Dirty Jeans.
Yeah, right.
We were signed to Music World, which is Matthew Knowles' label, Beyonce's father.
Okay.
We got signed to that back in the day, around 2006. And, you know, had a great run, toured, had a great time. You know, it was really cool. And then Music World was kind of going through a transition. You know, they kind of reinvented their company. And, you know, so a lot of acts started kind of moving around, shifting pieces. And we had an opportunity with a company out of Maryland. Is that the Train?
Yeah, it's a Train.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's real life out here.
That's all good. It's all good.
I like that. Remind me of like a Cosby episode.
For real. So, no, man, it's, you know, we created Dirty Jeans. Lot was going on during that time. Lots was going on. The game was transitioning big time. You know, a major crash happened around 2008, somewhere around there, a big financial crash. Of course, I know labels started just kind of getting finicky with just betting on acts, you know, especially acts of, you know, soul and, you know, things of that nature. So we were kind of lost in that, you know, when that happened.
Yeah.
And just real life started happening, bro. Like, you know, children and, you know, all that good stuff. So, you know, he could probably elaborate.
There's a line on the EP one of the EPs we're gonna drop before we drop the album. It's True Jewels, a song we did 20 years ago, but we call it the Prophecy Mix because Trey made a beat. 20 years later, the hook says 20 years later you're gonna be bumping my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like 20 years later, here we go. But in that joint, there's a new line that we say, money, women, kids had to get it how we live, right? But when your whole soul's in it and the music's not a gimmick, niggas forever feel it. So there it is.
Man. I was about to ask the name behind Soul Prophets, but that line tells me a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to when you talk about pen games, Skrills, like that, you can't get any realer with a line like that.
Yeah.
And
one of the best, man.
Come on, man. I had to drop a bomb real quick. And dog, like, it's crazy because being, you know, Easy, we talked about this, you know, earlier behind the scenes. On Dirty Jeans project on the song Is It, you know, we talked about, you know, the line where you said our pride won't let us build. And when it comes to, you know, the city of San Antonio and the music scene that, you know, y'all had the success of, you know, blowing up and, you know, doing y'all's thing, coming back, I guess. You know what I mean? With the success that y'all did have. Hasn't affected y'all at all?
You brought up the problem, let us build lines. I'm trying to see your connection with that. When you said the problem, let us build, and then has that the fact that there's a lack of unity?
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying. We're gonna see.
Because I think, like I said, I think people should be familiar with y'all stuff. If they're not familiar with y'all already, you know what I mean? And having that connection, trying to reconnect that. You know what I mean?
There's a generation here that knows.
Yeah.
Like they know the history. They were there at the shows. They saw the promo vans riding around town. Like there's a generation here that knows, but there's also a generation that does not know, which is where generals like yourself who are connecting these generations come into play. That's why sitting down with you here today is such an important move for us, is because we need the newer musical creatives in the city to know, like, yo, 15, 20 years ago, dudes were paying expensive, physical, real dues to make sure that clubs allowed live rapping on the stage.
Yes.
Like, you might just take it for granted you can go do a show now, but there was a time we had to literally fight to be rapping in different parts of the city. You know what I'm saying? We was that group that came and said, yeah, we could go play Santa's. You know what I'm saying? We could go play a spot on the east side, but the sound system may not be what it needs to be for this full band we got. So we want to go play off Broadway. We want to go play off Heveland. They're like, nah, we don't allow niggas in here. And we had to pay those dues to get in there.
Yeah.
And then before you knew it, they were like, oh, it's a lot of money to be made off this community. Next thing you know, it's clubs and all kind of stuff popping up. I'm not saying we were by ourselves, but we were a major part of that, along with Question was doing as our manager.
I was gonna bring that up too. Like I know they said that.
My bad. Because to piggyback on what Mazi is saying, what's your perspective on like having accomplished more than most?
Yes.
But then y'all are choosing to reintroduce yourselves. Like it's not like you need to, but you're choosing to reintroduce yourself and let people know. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's your perspective on that? Or what's the thoughts behind that? That's
a great question, man. We've always been pretty much music heads, man. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? And it's just there's a selfish reason behind it, I believe, and then there's also a reason that is altruistic. You know what I mean? One of the reasons I think the selfish is that we just want to hear good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm producing or writing a record, I know when he's writing a record, we just really want to hear something that we haven't heard. So that's the challenge. Like that's what we're always trying to do.
Gotcha.
The more community reason, or what I said, mentioned altruistic reason, would be probably definitely just wanting to put some balance in the game, man. You know what I mean? Just putting some balance in. We've sat back and waited, and Easy's had projects, and I've gotten myself into different businesses and trying to, reinvent myself in another way, which I still do. But at the same time, I feel like it was just something just missing, man. It's important. It's important. It's our duty, as black men to put out great something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Great something. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
So that's
Quality something.
Quality.
For sure.
I think that right there is key. Is quality. I think, especially the era that we're in, it's a lot of quick, fast food, as I like to say, fast food music just out there to put out, and then people are just waiting for the next one. You know what I mean? And I think the quality it's there, but people are like, nah, we want more. Yeah. It's like, nah, just sit on this for a second. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's substance and the quality that I definitely appreciate, especially, coming from y'all. And I always think the quality is gonna outlast more than the quantity, if you will. And of course there's a balance.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But
and that's the thing
I
too,
appreciate that.
Mazi, like we not coming in trying to forget everything that's going on right now and shunning everything that's going on. I think that art is art. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, for sure. But it definitely has to be balanced though, right? Like artists, even artists that's, I'm not sure if trap music is still in or whatever, but even artists that's on that wave need to see other artists doing and building, you know what I'm saying, on another flavor. So.
And I think that's the big question too, though, is how to make people sit on good music, how to make it live a little bit longer than the week, or new music release Friday and then Sunday you off it. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy.
Yeah. That's what it is. But here's our experiment. Like I tell Trey all the time, is like we trying to promote and sell soul music through soulless mediums. Are we gonna be able to crack that code? Like, is there gonna be a generation of soul music makers who can look at the blueprint and be like, this is what Mojo did? And that's a combination of the nostalgia, a combination of the quality, the live instrumentation, but you're gonna have to have something that keeps this generation of digital short attention span people coming back. And our answer is, if the live show is above and beyond, you can take and chop that up a million different ways and make them sit on that dope ass album, that classic album, for longer than a weekend, because you keep on doing renditions of the music that keep on coming back.
Right.
And each time they're unique. As you're performing them, each time they're unique, but they also, I feel like they get reinvested in the overall project. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why you are R&B fan and a soul fan, because if you play with a live band, every performance is a new version of that song.
Right.
If you're doing a track every show, it's only so many,
So many times you're gonna enjoy that before you get annoyed or whatever, be done with it, as they say. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I got a funny question. You don't have to explain it too much, man, but give me your quick thoughts, man, on artists rapping over lyrics.
Especially as some y'all some true MCs, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna let Easy have that one.
He said, I ain't doing that.
My simple answer to that: Locks, Dipset verses.
Enough said.
Enough said.
That's a bar.
Jada said everything we need to say about that. Like, bro, stop doing that shit. That shit is not for the people. It's not for the culture, and in no way is that's gonna help you have longevity in this game. Learn your lyrics. Also learn how to blend what you're doing with whatever. If it's a DJ, you and that DJ should have a great relationship. If it's a band, you and that band should have a great relationship. But yeah, we have never rapped over our lyrics and never will, and maybe that's just the old school in us. I don't know.
No, I think that's just the true MC in y'all.
Right.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
actually pretty wild to us, to be honest. That's like that's like edgy.
I mean, because we've this past weekend, Mazi and myself and at the front office, as we call it, we kind of went to a few shows in town, and there's a lot of that.
A lot of that.
And they ain't even hiding no more. Mike's just moving like this and shit, and they're just like,
yeah,
you know. But then we saw KP yesterday.
Some people just do it for a hobby, man.
Yeah.
They don't want longevity in this shit. They think they do, maybe.
But it just seems like those are the popular artists, though. You know what I'm saying?
For a second.
For a second, that's what I mean, longevity versus a second.
Yeah, because y'all, I guess the other question I have really quick, too, is like, how would you all define or describe, like, commercialized rap? Like, how would y'all define that in y'all's perspective?
That's a great question. Side note, shout out KP for not rapping over his lyrics.
Facts.
I heard where you was about to go with that.
We saw him yesterday. He killed that shit.
Yeah. That's bro. And I know he got the band now, and he hits us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I got the band. Can y'all? I need a drummer. Woo, woo, woo.
Right.
So I love the bloodline and the tradition that he's keeping alive with that. But how to define commercialized rap? How would you define it?
I feel like it goes back to that Joe Budden question. When you talk about commercialized music, you automatically go to pop, right? That's the prime example is pop music.
Overly produced.
Kind of
not really like, I don't feel it's performable outside of some Milli
Okay, you talking about hip hop?
Yes.
Though, right?
Yeah.
Commercialized
Right.
hip hop. Man, I want to say art is art. I mean, I always, anytime anybody expresses anything, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I have different.
I'll be that guy.
Well, I have different conversations offline.
Okay.
You know, on that. But in regards to art is art, I just feel like, again, I say, it just has to be a balance. But as far as commercial rap, I do think that in the industry, they want. I don't want to start talking about KB Homes, but you know what I'm talking about, like, you know, the makeshift, the kind of
prefab,
pre-found cookie cutter.
cookie cutter kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Just, you know what I'm saying? And that works probably for the industry and people that's, you know what I'm saying, who's the execs and everything like that.
Sure.
But it just don't work for the culture. And I think that it's our job as artists, you know what I'm saying, to kind of take that back, you know. But that's how I look at it, man. I just think it's a business model.
Right.
You know, not necessarily my thing, but it's a business model.
Yeah, I see your brand's working.
Yeah, I feel like the commercialized has it's the part of it when an artist is doing something that's not 100% them in order to make the industry, the corporation, the manager, the label happy. What you're doing, what you naturally like to do. I'm gonna give you an example.
Yeah,
Nelly. I think Nelly's first album, Country Grammar, the one that found that Nellyville was after that. I think that's really who that nigga is.
Yeah. Facts.
It just so happened that it was melodic, it was catchy, and it was commercial. But that's what he would have made rather than not a label told him be commercial or not. Now, to be commercialized is when that's not you, but here you are banging your head against the wall trying to be like Nelly now.
Right.
Yeah, trying to be somebody else.
Yes.
Right. Following trends.
And that's crazy to me
Following
because we
the
come
sound.
from the era where it's like we all inspired as hip hop artists even back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? Like we inspired by other artists, but our whole shit was to be different though. Real talk. Like we just couldn't, you know, like that was.
That's the school Nelly come from too.
Yeah, that's the school Nelly come from. And to talk about pop, man, I'm not against pop music, but I think you was talking about commercialized hip hop.
Yeah, because I think hip hop is the number one genre in music culture, in my opinion.
Right.
So I think a lot of rap music is now pop, which I hate to even say.
It's like before you could clearly see the line or the divide, and now there's like
now it's completely blurred.
It's almost not there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's And I mind you.
Devil's always trying to blur the lines, though.
Word.
Facts.
And I'm not to say that to your point, like not to say that I don't like it per se, right? It's just it's like it's a quick one off, right? Like oh, that's catchy or that sounds pretty good. Yo, the beat's crazy.
Okay, look, it's bullshit. All right. Okay, I'm just saying. I was trying to be cool.
I rarely go back to it though.
No, I'm joking.
I don't put it on the playlist. I don't. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
nah,
Like
same.
I started listening to y'all's catalog, and there's a bunch of like that I put to the playlist because I was like, yo, I heard a song that I can go back to in a time of need, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to the prefab stuff that you're alluding to. It's like I can't do that. It's just more of if I want to forget, sure, play that. You know,
we with you, man. We are with you.
Yeah, and believe me, there's a song that I heard. Y'all gonna can I say the title of the record? Am I allowed to say the title of the record? Okay, it's a song called "Beautiful," dog. Listen, bruh. Listen.
Okay.
Nah, it's
looking forward.
It's a song that
you finna listen to it, bro.
I bet. Yeah.
Listen, because the live instrumentation, and I think that's missing in a lot of music today, especially in hip hop, man. Because and this is another, I guess, sidebar. Like, happy birthday to Fruity Loops. I'm gonna come back to it. Happy birthday, Fruity Loops FL Studio. They turned 25 years old today. Ninth Wonder made that post.
That's what's up. Shout out to Ninth Wonder.
So yeah, with that correlation, you know, with the and it's cool with the programs and the DAWs that people are using to make beats and everything. That's cool, but I just feel the live instrumentation is missing. Mm-hmm. You know, when it comes to this culture, and I'm a fan of it. And that song "Beautiful" that I heard with the piano and all the everything, it was
John D's, man. John D's. Man.
I was gonna say, can you shout out to like everybody that was involved in that record? Because
Pac-Man, you got Pac-Man,
DJ
Pac-Man. Shout out to him. Shout out to my guy John D's, our brother, who's actually he's the MD, music director for Gary Clark Jr.
Wow.
So yeah, wow. That's our brother, man.
Wow.
So, and myself and Picnic Time out of the D.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was who
D Madness.
D Madness.
Brandon Temple
on the drums. Yeah, shit.
You hear all a team is involved, people.
Yeah,
team. I don't know how many times we told people that they need a team to get shit done.
A good one at that.
A good one at that.
Team,
a team is key.
And let's be clear. It's not quick and it's not cheap to do music like that. So I just want to put that out there, man. Like, it's been a lot of time. It's been time, energy, blood, sweat, tears, and financials that's been invested in making sure we creating something that can be there for you in your time of need, like Skrilla.
For sure.
Yeah, because, man, I needed that. Hearing that record today, like, it made me feel good.
That's good.
It was a feel-good record that I think a lot of people need.
If you're not careful, you will shed a tear on that record.
Nah,
you
listen.
think I'm bullshit?
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
I'm bullshit.
Nah, listen.
If you by yourself, listen to that record. Remember I told you this shit, and y'all gonna be like, Trey said this shit on the podcast. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm what they call I'm what I call self-proclaimed like emotionally like stable, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So I call it allergies, you know what I mean? When I get emotional, it's like I got allergies.
Nigga, you gonna cry.
That's the title of a song, though, Allergies, because it's about the
that's real.
Look at you.
I like that.
Allergies. I like that clever type shit.
Yeah, man.
We gonna cook that up.
Yeah, no, because I listened to that on the way back. I was smiling the whole time, man. I was like, this is great. This is what I need.
That's a great record.
It's a great record.
Yeah, man. It took me a long time to kind of get through that record like that because it was just every time it was just intense.
Yeah,
but it still has the same effect. Because my thing was, I'm like, how the hell am I gonna perform this shit? Because it's really heavy.
Yeah,
you know. But it ended up, you know, I had to listen to it 1,000 times. It's still great though.
It's a great record. Very great record. It's crazy too because I know we was talking a lot of top 5 talks out at dinner. No flex, but we was talking a lot of top 5s, and then with y'all sound how it is, I have to ask y'all, who's y'all's top 5 soul artists?
Soul artists. Let's go with that. You gonna go first? You gonna roll?
Nah, nigga, you been dodging me with this question.
He said you gonna answer today.
Mazi, maybe I couldn't get you to answer it. But the General Mazi got you answering it tonight.
Oh, okay. Top 5.
Top 5 soul artists.
Yeah,
Now we saying soul. Now we saying soul.
It's crazy too because also when and shout out to Daniel Leon, he was on the show as well. He had named some of his soul artists. He had a Mount Rushmore, and some people in the comment section they jumped on his head for some of his selections.
Yeah,
because it wasn't soul.
No, I mean I think they were. I think some of them were soul.
Okay,
but it is an age thing. I think
it's an age thing.
Probably an age thing.
It's an age gap. He wasn't going back far enough. So
that's what's good. Because that's. I mean, I listened to a lot of old stuff too. But
he stopped at D'Angelo, didn't he?
I don't think he even had D'Angelo on his list. No, he didn't have D'Angelo on.
You, that's my
Come
guy.
on, Daniel.
Now I'm in the comment section.
Come on, Daniel. You gotta have D, bro. Okay,
yeah.
look.
So let's hear it.
All right, mine is. Y'all might be surprised. Sly.
Oh yeah, I think that's a given.
That's an official choice.
Yeah.
Ray Charles.
Okay, hold on. Would you consider Ray soul?
Ray Charles. What else is he?
He had different eras.
He
did have different eras.
Definitely soul though.
Okay.
Definitely soul.
Okay.
You got to listen to his catalog though.
Yeah.
Not just the Georgia on My Mind and all that. You got to go. Nighttime is the right time. Come on, man.
Okay. All right. Okay. Got
So
you.
I'm going back a little bit, but that's it.
That's cool.
D'Angelo.
I'm rolling. So that's 3?
3 out of 5. Yeah, you got 2 more.
Shit.
No pressure.
It's pressure, bro. That's pressure. I want to say Marvin, but man, Marvin's R&B too.
He had soul eras.
But he had
We
soul
talked about
eras.
that earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Gosh, but I know I missed it. Let's put Al.
Al Green?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more.
I'll put Marvin on it.
You go for Marvin anyway? Finish it off, cap it off for Marvin?
Hold on, let me think. Why? But no females. Why I haven't put any females on? I'm gonna get a female just for the ladies out there. Put a female out there. Aretha Franklin.
Can't go wrong with Aretha.
The Queen.
Queen.
The Queen.
Queen out there.
Easy Lee.
Since we're a group,
Yeah.
there's some names I would have said, but since Trey already said them, we're gonna leave it at.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do 5 other ones.
Oh, okay.
Is that fair?
That's fair. That's fair.
Weird. That's weird though.
That's weird. I'll do my own 5 then.
yeah.
I gotta do my own 5 then.
Do your own 5.
Let's go Otis Redding.
Oh shit! I
Oh,
forgot about that.
I was just thinking about it too. I was just thinking about it too.
That's who I was missing. I'm like, I know it was somebody I'm missing in this vid.
listen, Skrills,
That is the one.
This happened when we went to dinner too, because it was the other way around. You know what I mean? We was talking top 5 rap artists and all, like our personal top 5.
Yeah.
And Trey named Biggie, and Easy was like, so now the tables are turned with Otis Redding. You know what I mean?
I knew I was missing somebody. Bro. Okay, you got it.
The tables have turned.
Yeah, I'm not bumping you off though, Aretha. It's all good.
No, Aretha's on
Nah,
there.
she stays.
Aretha stays.
Okay.
Otis Redding.
Otis
Redding.
Redding. And I'm gonna say a name that some people might consider newer, but Mary J. Blige, bro.
Wow.
Oh well.
Mary Soul. I'm gonna say Mary Soul though. Is that debatable?
It's definitely debatable.
That My Life album is R&B or is it soul?
It's R&B soul. It's soulful shit in it.
Damn. Nah,
But she's R&B.
My Life was crazy.
My Life was the
And listen
greatest
to what I'm
fucking
telling you.
R&B albums.
Oh my God.
There's some people we give props to because of their legacy, but we don't really go play their albums.
Right.
I play Mary shit though.
Yeah.
We all play Mary shit.
Yeah.
So,
My Life.
Yeah.
So sidebar. Let's park that. Let's park this here on Mary, because there's an argument, especially for a lot of the older generation. Mary was the older generation, like the older women's generation, like their Beyonce. Like how Beyonce is the lady that speaks for the younger generation, like generation now. Mary was that to the women back then. Is that true to say?
I think that's fair to say.
It's fair. Okay.
I think so.
That's fair. Like
okay.
she was the baby.
Because Mary
baby.
because Mary was impactful. Like I remember when now women are singing to the left, you know what I'm saying? Like
She Had Not Gonna Cry.
Man.
Yeah.
Again, one of them joints.
one of them joints, man. Yeah.
Let you come back when
Yes,
you need it.
absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Let's put it back in drive. So Mary J. Blige.
So 2 names that we already heard that I gotta put on here. Marvin
Yeah.
and D'Angelo.
Now, number 5.
Last one. I know exactly what he gonna say.
I think you're going for the curve.
Exactly. That's it. He gonna go for the curve. He gonna go for the curve. Just because I said
Just because you said so, he going for the curve.
I'm finna knock this nigga off balance.
Donnie Hathaway.
Oh
Wow.
You got me.
Wow.
Yeah,
We'll go with
definitely. Donnie is the
Okay.
Let's go get it. I'll take it easy, baby. Let's start living. Show me your way, that you get it. 'Cause I like the way you move and I can't wait to play. I can't help it if I wanted to. See you look. Show the vibe. Want to come on down to my side. See, I know you got it in you, baby. Running wild. Tell me, can we slide? Oh, baby, is this your vibe? I know it, babe. Will we ride? Ooh, baby, yeah. I just got it. Let's go get it. I'll take it easy, baby. Let's start living. Show me your way, that you get it. 'Cause I like the way you move and I can't wait to play.
If you a boss and I'm a boss, tell me what could stop us. This is infinite potential, we approach it proper. We stick together through whatever, cause we understand. We not nine like the Whoop, but we still a clan. Cause you a god and I'm a chef, our collection plate. Run it over with the cream we accumulate. In my bag full of focus, all I see is us. More than love, what I want and need from you is trust. For real.
Wrapped in nostalgia, stars on the plaza. Energy pulls me, so records spinning. I caught you dancing. We got that magic.
If I'm your king and you my queen, tell me
Let's
what could
go
stop
get it. I'll take it easy, baby. Let's start living. Show me your way, that you get it. 'Cause I like the way you move and I can't wait to play. Let's go get it. I'll take it easy, baby. Let's start living. Show me your way, that you get it. 'Cause I like the way you move and I can't wait to play.
So what was the inspiration behind y'all coming back to do this again?
I knew for us to make a comeback, it was gonna have to be kind of spearheaded by my brother. You know, I had been doing Third Root.
Yes.
And
shout out to Third Root, by the way.
Shout out my brother Make Step.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who has an incredible solo album out right now called Revere. So y'all check that out.
And I'm featured on it.
Dope.
Yeah,
I haven't met him, but it's on the list, man, because I love what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the oldies, the lead single with Trey singing on the joint with him. Just for the low ride culture, for the Chicano culture. I just think it's a classic. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that for Mojo to come out, Trey was gonna have to be at a certain place in life and in music and his relationship with music that he was gonna have to make that call. So it came at the end of 2020, maybe.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm ready." And he sent the doc with dates, people's names, and what role they would play, deadlines, and I was like, "This is never."
And if you know me,
that's never come from him.
Oh, okay.
He's not a dates calendar.
Gotcha.
I turned into a Poindexter for a minute, but it was good though. We needed to make it happen.
Yeah.
And how have y'all been from that point where like it got basically initialized to now? Like how has that been? Like as far as how have y'all felt? Y'all felt like good about it? Like
yeah, it's been good. It's been good from that day forward. Yeah, you have your little, bumps in the road. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to make sure that everybody on the team is playing their role. But I think a big part of it too was I had been working out of Austin, out of Adrian Casada from Black Puma Studio, doing some Third Root projects. So when Trey
he do be Dave dropping, don't he?
He do.
What? Man, this is how he do it. It's how he do it. Go ahead. I like that. Go ahead.
So when he sent the bat signal up, I said, well, there's a studio I think you might like to work out of. So when he came to Austin and he walked in there, and it's not big state of the art, big elaborate place.
Yeah, it is to me.
Yeah,
that shit go hard.
It's like you hear the stories about the Soulquarians and the Electric Lady and how they all went in there and did like Water for Chocolate and Voodoo and Mama's Gun. You knew that you were in an environment where quality music was being created.
Yes.
Soulful music was being created. And so he fell in love with the space, and it was kind of during COVID was just hitting.
Right.
So a lot of musicians were just itching to get out the house. So when we called up some of the killers from the city that we knew and had been wanting to work with for years.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, I'll be right there. Because they weren't gigging.
Right.
COVID had them sitting.
So everybody we wanted to work with damn near. For real.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
There was no like maybes, none of that. It's like,
Bro,
I'm there.
Damn near everybody from the beginning of our career, we worked with him on that album.
Man.
Yeah. Choir,
so that was
directors that we had our eyes on for years came through with 6-7 choir members and just did harmonies and like we was like whatever we could think of, we was pulling it off, and we had a team that was willing to help us with that. And like I said, it's not cheap, it's not quick, but that's what has sustained us. That's what made the track is like everything we thought of and dreamed of, we was able to like bring it to fruition, and that kept us motivated. You know?
It was God, man, for real.
Dope. Yeah.
It was God.
For sure.
Made all that happen.
I did come across the album listening party, and there was some people on there, man, that I wanted to ask y'all about. Specifically, one lady, or a young lady, I should say, Rain Fernandez.
That's our sister.
And she recently she had like this big win on DJ Khaled's thing, and I seen it, but then I of course went deep dived into the catalog or whatever, and she's like incredible, man. The potential in that,
through the roof.
In her career, I should say, is crazy.
Can I tell you a quick story about Rain Fernandez when I first met her? Before I heard any of her music, I knew she was a star. Off fucking top. It didn't have nothing to do with how beautiful she's a beautiful young lady, but she just had this star power about her.
Right.
When you just know something special, you know what I'm saying, is happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then when I heard the music, it was just, that was it.
Yeah, San Antonio got one. You know what I'm
phenomenal.
saying? Like that's gonna be if all the cards are played right and the universe says so, and her team, everybody play their role.
Right.
San Antonio got one with Rain, but she's on a song on our Ancient Future Soul album called The Art of Storytelling Part 7.
Yeah, and she from the brief kind of like talking that she did, she was like super hype about it, man. Like I haven't heard it, but I'm hype about it because I dig what she does and what you all do. I bring that up because the overall like reception that I assume the people got there, because there's a good amount of people.
Yeah.
But it was intimate. It wasn't too many.
No, we could have made it crazy, but that was Mr. Mooney. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Mooney for allowing us to use the home. Mr. Mooney's like my family, so he welcomed us into his home and had it catered. It was a really great event. But
I mean, it looked great. The energy that I got from that video was just kind of like y'all were missed, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all were like, they knew of you back in the day, probably followed you throughout here and there, but like the game missed you, but people did too.
People did.
Individuals.
You know, it was some good times, man, during that time, man. You know, we was performing, you know, and I think people correlate our sound and our albums and us just me and Easy just doing what we do with those times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you hit the nail on the head. That night was a lot of, man, missed y'all boys, man. And then to come and hear the album and be like, y'all got it right.
Yep.
Y'all got it right.
Yep. Shout out to Kai Phoenix too, man. He was one that
that
was on camera.
Shout out.
Yeah, man. He spoke that you were, you know, real influential in his life back then and even now. You know what I mean? And doing what he's doing. You know.
Yep.
So how does that feel when people do come up to y'all like, yo, y'all played a huge influence, and whether it be in their careers or in their lives and things like that, like
Definitely humbling. You see the power, you know, of the Most High. You know, sometimes you don't really know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Especially when you first start, you kind of start off as a fan,
right?
Trying to just, you know, be that person, you know, that artist or whatever. But I mean, to hear people say stuff like that, people say, "Oh, I want you to play my songs at your funeral and all that type of shit." It's wild, bro. Like that's, you know, I want to play it at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Or you influenced me, and you know, that's crazy from where I come from. You know?
All the hours that we spend in rehearsals, and all the hundreds of shows, and all the traveling and touring, and sometimes you just feel like, oh, it's just all exhausting, it's just draining. I spent all of this time doing this, doing that, and you know, sometimes you try to figure out what you have to show for it. That's one of the things you have to show for it.
Yeah.
That's what you do it for.
So the thoughts on the name, I find the name being an interesting title.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask about that too. Like, what's the origin of that?
Oh, Ancient Future Soul? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So Classic Ghetto Soul was our debut.
Right.
And I always felt like we should do a Classic Ghetto Soul too. But that's corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like sequels is like, bro, you just reaching with that. Just putting the two on it. Like, where are you now? Can you tell me where you are now? You know?
Because I'll be honest too, like, you put a number 2 next to a classic monumental project, it may not live up to the hype.
Yeah.
And then that's what, like, I hate to say it, Soul, I'm sorry. Marshall Mathers 2. The Marshall Mathers LP 2. Didn't live up to the, come on, man. It didn't live up to the first one.
Right.
Same thing, you know, we could name countless others, but yeah, so just wanted to point that out there. So like you said, yes, I agree. It is corny just to say that. I agree.
But the Classic Ghetto Soul spoke to where we were at the time. We were making music as some poor young black dudes, splitting up 2-piece from churches, trying to scrape together money, doing things we should and shouldn't do to just have studio money, driving back and forth to Austin to work with musicians, working out of studios here, trying to rent out rehearsal halls here. Like, it was struggle time. So Classic Ghetto Soul fit those times.
Right.
Now I feel like we both been blessed, you know, to have livelihoods and be able to take care of ourselves over this time. And Ancient Future Soul speaks to the fact that we're trying to give people something that's old, that's foundational to soul music, at the same time trying to give you something that you might not understand until 10, 15 years from now. I'd be like, that's why they did that. Now I get that. So that's the future part. And of course the soul part that's the sequel part. So we didn't have to put a 2 on it. We just kept the soul on there. So Classic Ghetto Soul to Ancient Future Soul. Man. And both of them speak to where we are right now. You know, like you can reach back and you can go forward when you have some stability, and we have that stability now. Classic Ghetto Soul, highly unstable young men. But the soul was consistent. You know, that's why it's in both titles.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
That's super dope. So who's working with y'all on this project besides Trey over here to the right, as far as production, I mean?
We got John D's. We got Picnic Time. We got DJ Pac-Man. We got R.C. Williams. We got D Madness. Brandon Temple.
I'm letting it fly.
We got Ephraim. Ephraim Owens, sorry. Now I'm naming players too.
Yeah.
that cool? Okay.
Everybody that's involved.
Everybody's involved.
Because I think this is a big deal. You know what I mean? Because
Eurekan, Billy Blunt.
And then you got the Rain Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Bavu Blakes.
Bavu Blakes. That's another name that's kind of synonymous with y'all, man. Like, it seemed like every project or song y'all do, like, he's in the mix somehow, somewhere. Yeah.
I also found the approach that y'all are taking it pretty interesting, man. Y'all are kind of reaching out to other mediums like podcasting, because you are incorporating, from my understanding, like maybe some snippets and stuff like that from some of maybe the podcasts y'all have done, and incorporate like in Soul Prophets, right? What was the thought process behind that? Like, y'all just kind of like trying to encompass it all together, or what was the thought behind that?
Just catching people up. Like, the best way for them to figure out what's been going on with us is to take a snippet from this Mazi interview, and that's an interlude between these two new songs, and you're like, oh, okay, now I see. But also to document and stamp the historic classical nature of what y'all doing. So now for the rest of the time, somebody goes to Soul Prophet Playlist Volume 1, they have some new music from Mojo, but there's, Mazi's World back in 2022, they were they were on the same page then, and you go look up 5 years from now, y'all gonna be through the roof somewhere, we'll be through the roof somewhere, but there's a documentation of this time, you heard me?
Yeah, you heard that.
Love that, man.
History in the making.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, I find it interesting, but I love that, man. I love that y'all are thinking outside the box, you know what I mean?
And shout out Question and Lasana for telling us, like, yo, that needs to be, you need to have this on there to walk people through the story a little bit.
For sure. And speaking of Question, man, if y'all can give me a little bit of history, man, we always like to ask people that come here that have
a Question story.
First of all, his name is DJ.
No. First of all, his name is Daniel.
Daniel, right?
Mr. Daniel Boskin.
Yeah.
I still call him Question, but
I'm being funny with him.
Yeah, nah, I know.
I mean, we just, yeah, man, we go back. You know, it's just, we share the same DNA, man. You know, in regards to us, our start and what we stand for, and he got behind us immediately, man. Just, you know, him along with Kevin Martis, and a lot of fond memories with that brother, man. Real talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I could get into a whole nother thing with, you know, specifically those two brothers too, Lasana and Question. We just go far back, bro.
But Question was engineering in a studio called Motion Sonic.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, off Parent Bottle, right?
Off Parent Bottle.
Yep.
And there was a
because you made Question first.
Yeah, I met him because I was in there doing a feature on a poet named Glow, who's made a name for herself in the city. But Glow was recording
Shout
some
out
music.
To Glow.
And she brought me through. And then she was like, this is my brother, he does music. And Question was like, let me hear something. So I played a song for him called Go To Diva. He said, y'all need to meet Raphael Sadiq. I know him. He was like, okay, so I told Trey, like, this dude knows Sadiq. So Trey came up, we met, and then we commenced to him, you know, him doing some management type things for us. And it took a little time to get all the investors and the financials together, but we went to LA for the first time. Got off the plane, hopped in a stretch Hummer.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes from the South, never really been in that world.
We was tremendously country too. Tremendously.
And so LA, Hummer, Champagne, we're like, bro, like, Question was making sure him and rest in peace Kevin Martis was really showing us. They wanted us to feel it. So even if that wasn't our trip every time, they wanted that to be our first. So we got our mind right around this game.
For sure.
We go from the airport to Raphael Sadiq's studio.
Straight there.
The word he gave that day, he kept.
That's hard. Yeah, shout out Question, man.
Yeah, man.
Telling you, he knew from the beginning, from the get go, what we was about, man. So, and it's amazing to see how much he's accomplished, you know, through these years.
Yeah. Nah, most definitely a big shout out, man, because he's done a lot, and it's crazy how he still finds inspiration through anything. It seemed like, and it still keeps him going.
Even mentoring younger artists, he finds inspiration in that.
Right,
and then it kind of doubles back to him doing something based off of helping someone else. which is dope. You know what I mean?
Super dope. And it's crazy you said Raphael Sadiq. I just kept thinking in my head, like, yo, I got to get this question off. Okay, I guess it's a two-parter. Is Raphael Sadiq a soul artist, or is he R&B?
He has different eras.
Different eras.
I think he has some soul albums.
R&B,
albums.
definitely R&B.
Yeah.
You know, Tony albums.
I was just about to bring up Tony.
But then the
Instant Vintage.
Nope.
Lucy Pearl?
Nope, not that one. The last Tony album they did.
Oh, Soul House.
Soul House.
Yeah.
That was a soul album.
Yeah.
That was definitely a mostly soul album.
Okay. Yeah, screws. We was having an in-depth music conversation earlier, like off air. It was crazy.
Raphael Sadiq is cool as shit too, by the way.
Is he?
I feel crazy.
We met him. Yeah, he was real cool.
He was cool.
Didn't say too much, but he was like, all right. Yeah. So shout out to Question for making that happen.
For sure.
He should be in somebody's top 5 too. Because think about this. Raphael Sadiq is who helped give us Lady from D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Biggest song off his first album.
Absolutely.
Untitled off of Voodoo.
Wait a minute, he didn't Untitled?
He did bassline and songwriting, everything on there. Soul Sister from Bilal.
Yes.
All of the Tony stuff.
Yeah.
Solange's breakthrough album with the crane in the sky.
Yeah, wow.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, nah, he should.
That's a serious boy.
Serious, bro.
Yeah.
The legends, he's a legend's legend. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones we consider great, go see him for final touches.
Yeah. No, that's real. Damn, I didn't really. Yeah, that's kind of struck me now. I'm like, wait, he did Untitled? I mean, it's kind of wild because I'm picturing the D'Angelo video and that already sounds crazy, but you know. Pause. But no, but that's crazy because like I think D'Angelo is another super talent and
yeah, for sure.
That kind of doesn't. I mean, we give him the credit he deserves, but you know what I'm saying.
He don't give himself the credit he deserves. That's the problem with D. Here's the
Facts,
question
man.
I asked Trey earlier. D's last album that he put out.
The one with the white cover. I forgot the name.
It's not a white cover. It's like a black and white cover.
But black and white cover. Yeah, there's like D'Angelo and
the Vanguard. The band's name.
Right. Yes.
Remember the name of the album?
No.
Skrillex, you remember the name of the album?
No, I don't.
What's the name of the album?
Black Messiah.
Yes.
And see that's a problem. That we don't. Trey and I know because we pulling that album up, studying different little parts of it. But the way we know Brown Sugar and Voodoo, we should know Black Messiah. But he didn't do any videos from that album.
No, he didn't.
You know, but to me, it's like he's making he makes intentional choices for how he wants to be out there and how much he wants to be out there. So here's my question. Do y'all think that was the last D album we're going to get?
I think so.
I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, just based off of that, like not wanting to be in the spotlight, I would imagine this is his last one.
I think it was more or less
outside of performances and whatnot.
I don't see it
right, because I mean, I think there was one of those, I guess, a moment where it was kind of like, yo, let's do this again. Because I'm pretty sure he was inspired to try to do it again and see if he could still do it. Because us men in ego, pride. I still got it.
Yeah,
I still got it. I'm still nice with it. And if I still got to prove people wrong, then I'll prove them wrong.
And he did.
And it sounded great. And then, of course, everybody on social media, hashtag the funk is back. At least I was one of those. Yep. The funk is back. The funk is here. You know what I mean? And then it was there for like a cool...
He toured with it, and then he was back to
being...
But I think what brought him out that time was all of the Trayvon Martin and...
Yeah.
All of that was going on. I think he was like, you know what? The music needs to speak to this. Like, we need some soul music. And to be fair, I feel like that's what me and Trey are with this now, man. It's like all this drill and all these young rappers getting killed every other week. It's like, bro, we gotta...
Yeah, we're responsible. Not for it happening, but we have to...
Speak.
We have to be active.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We have to be active as men, man.
And when you get blessed with the gift and the talent to create music, it's a heavy responsibility. And we can sit back and watch how it's affecting our community.
Yeah.
And people can talk about oh, we got to do better. And then the next week they making a song about the same low frequency shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we got to take some responsibility and make some music that gives a different vibration to our people, gives a different conversation to our people. And that's mainly our mission. That's our mission statement with this comeback, if you want to call it that, is that we have to take more responsibility as artists for what's going on in the community, what's going on with our young people, and what is being fed to them intentionally by the oppressor. The oppressor loves what's going on with rap, hip-hop, and all of the violence in the street that comes from us shouting out on records who the op is and what you gonna do to him, who I killed last week. Like, come on. This cannot be where this ends for us. This can't be the end of the road.
It can't be.
So,
enough said.
Absolutely.
It's felt. It was felt. I mean, it's because, I mean, just like you said, like, slowly but surely, I'm turning away from rap. Because I feel like you said, we're hearing a lot of that. And as much as I love the production and everything, how it sounds, like I was saying, I'm a fan of Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like all that stuff, but with the drill, like the younger stuff, with seeing the ops, blah, 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 it's kind of a turnoff, especially when you see that on TV and on your phones all the time, and it's just kind of like, well,
they don't have no other artists though to build on top.
To build on top of it, yeah.
You don't have any other. Tupac had Mary J. Blige and all them Faith that. But
wow.
But you know what I'm saying? He had other artists.
No, I was just thinking about hitting him up. When
that's what we all thought.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of a lot of artists at the time had to balance, so you could people we would intermingle, you know, the different styles.
But we had NWA, but we still had the Isley Brothers, bro. Like, it's like these kids got only that.
That's it.
And I don't know.
That's all they see.
And I don't know if the parents dropped the ball. I don't know what it is, but I do know that media and what was considered mainstream has played a major role in the decline of appreciation of like quality music for another generation. Like, we dropped the ball somewhere with that. So.
Yeah, I mean, you could clearly see the cultivating of one specific thing is happening. Yeah, and it's violence.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's
so well said, man.
There's no alternative, like you're saying. Like, that's honestly what, when I hear y'all's music, and I imagine, I haven't heard the album, but I imagine when I do, the word that comes to mind, if I had to describe it in one, would be balance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because me and you were talking earlier, Mazi. We come from the same places as these kids come from. They're talking like this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's. But we understand that it's still we needed balance. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know,
balance is needed, man.
It's needed, bro. Like, we can't be just on, on fire all the damn time, just ready to crash out every goddamn second. Shit,
facts, man.
Just waiting, shit. You know, but that's what we at.
Yeah,
no, that's a fact.
That's a fact. We need balance, man. Like, because we need y'all, man.
Yep,
we need y'all.
Damn, Mazi. That touched me right there, bro.
We need y'all.
Out here.
No, we need y'all out here, man, for real. Because, I mean, it's like the other artists that's doing their thing out here is cool, but I'm ready for a new sound.
Yeah.
And what y'all got is refreshing.
Yes.
I think that's the word. That's the word that describes y'all to me. Is refreshing. Yeah. Like, when I hear songs like Beautiful and the other stuff that y'all play, I smiled the whole time, just because it's refreshing. It's a breath of fresh air, and we need that, to say the least. I know I'm repeating myself, but
man, y'all's title just hit me even harder. Ancient Future Soul, man.
Yep.
That's hard.
It's hard. So I hate to ask. I'm sure everybody's watching right now already know the question. Release date?
There is no release date for Ancient Future Soul.
well, let me ask you this, because I feel like this one's probably closer than the full length album, but the Soul Prophets.
Okay.
Right.
So we have Let's Go Get It, which is our lead single, dropping on December 30th.
Okay.
I'm not sure when this is gonna air, but if it's before December 30th, go pre-save it on Spotify, Apple Music.
Right now.
Right now.
Absolutely.
Let's do it like that. But once that drops, we're gonna let that breathe. We got a video for it already shot.
Nice.
Let that breathe for about a month. So let's talk about February 2023. dropping the Soul Prophets Playlist Volume 1 EP. That's gonna have Let's Go Get It on it, which is also from Ancient Future Soul. But on the EP is stuff that's not on Ancient Future Soul. So we have the True Jules remix.
I gotta ask you about one of them, man.
Okay,
I got to.
We got a cover, Bobby Caldwell cover that Trey kills of My Flame.
That's the one.
I heard it.
That's the one I want to ask you about, man. Big is, side note, that's my favorite rapper, hip hop artist of all time. And for y'all to cover one of my favorite songs of his, Sky's the Limit, which was sampled
from My Flame.
From My Flame.
I
saw that, man.
We should probably take a break, listen to it, and then come back on air.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
Let's do that. It's commercial time. Let's get to it. And we're back. So after hearing the record, Skrills, give thoughts.
Talk to it.
React.
Come on, man. First of all, thank you.
Yes, thank
you, man.
Drop the bomb, right?
Yeah, because you know what? I was expecting a version of it, right? But y'all, this is y'all's interpretation of it. Literally, I wouldn't even call it a cover per se. It's just almost a reworking of that classic song. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So very dope, man. I'm looking forward to the Soul Prophet for sure.
Already, and I'm gonna take some time to give my brother some flowers right here, man. Like that's what he does in his sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
give you a bomb, Trey, real quick. You know,
I like the bomb.
I cannot wait for the world to hear Trey's cover of Bobby Caldwell's "My Flame." There it is. I officially said it. I think it's actually the high point of the EP. So we're gonna walk you up, and at the top of the mountain is gonna be this cover, and then we'll walk you on down the side and get you out of there, man. So, Yep.
Listen, I'm looking forward to the Soul Prophets project, and yeah, man. I'm telling you, this is what we needed. I'm trying to contain my excitement, but I can't because this is going to be a great project, man. And man, I think we covered everything, bro.
Yeah,
man.
It's a dope convo.
Man, I'm glad y'all came through, man.
Yes.
It's a change of pace. Shout out to all the other artists and guests we've had, man. But this is definitely one, like.
It's one for the books, man.
Yes, man. We needed this. We needed the in-depth conversation, and y'all are really changing up. Y'all's music, I should say, is changing up a lot of, or at least it aims to change up a lot of what's wrong right now.
It's changing the landscape for real.
Yes.
We need y'all too, man. I mean,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like we watched the show again. Like even before we got together, I was like, "Yo, we got to do something." With Mazi.
Yeah, Trey met Mazi for the first time today, but a year ago, maybe longer than a year. He said he hit me. He was like, "You seen this dude Mazi?" I said, "Yeah, I met him before. Cool." He said, "I really like his shit, bro. Like he has something special."
I did a fan. The Jay-Z shit.
Look, he said, "Is he signed? Is he signing somebody? He needs to come on to the company, man. We got to get him."
I appreciate that.
Get you papered up, fam.
And you over there collaborating with Question. By the time we look up Question, had already spotted the.
I told you that's that DNA.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Shout out to Skrilla because I understand y'all are a team. So
appreciate it.
Me giving these props to Mazi is giving props to you too.
Absolutely, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Y'all collective as a team, and y'all are great, bro.
Appreciate it. Small circles do big things, man.
Absolutely.
Look at Skrills with the ball.
I was like, play the piano.
Yeah, man. Nah, straight up. It was definitely a pleasure and an honor talking with y'all and sitting down and chopping it up.
Mutual.
For sure. One more time. When's the release date for the Ancient Soul?
Top of February.
He's good. He heard me.
Does it. He just said he does this.
He does this. And the Soul Prophets EP, when's that coming?
Top of February. You ain't doing me, bro. Yeah. No. Soul Prophets playlist, top of February. We got the Let's Go Get It single coming out December 30th.
Yeah.
Videos coming out with that, and we also got a show here, man. Our brother Derek, very talented musician and band leader here in the city. Derek Hendry is throwing a show. I want to say he's calling it like a San Antonio Fest or something, but it's happening on February 10th, 2/10, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bar. Yeah. But we're gonna be on that show. So February 10th. So our brother Derek Hendry,
210, right?
210, yeah. So February 10th, Mojo's on that bill, and full band, and we're gonna rock out and just see, it's gonna be good to be back in the city with new music, and of course we'll tie in some of the stuff that they know, some of the classes they know, and we rock it out.
Yeah, looking forward to it. The city. I think the city gonna be ready for it. Come on, man.
I gotta go. We gotta go.
Oh no, we in there.
Yeah. I gotta see. Definitely My Flame live.
Yeah, Trey was just saying that he was like, because that wasn't in our set list for that show. He was like, I think I got to put it in the set. I'm like, yeah.
Say no.
Thank you. People gonna start having an EP. They're gonna want to hear it.
Yeah. Listen, Screws, you know I don't smoke, but I'm having a lighter on me, and I'm just doing one of these. You know what I'm saying?
And a lighter, not a phone.
No, not the phone. No, I'm doing a lighter straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bring the lighter.
Straight up and down. Yeah. Nah, listen, easy. Trey, Mojo, appreciate y'all for pulling up, man, and following through onto the show, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all's time and having to talk to us, man. And if they want to find y'all, as far as social media or anything like that, where can they find y'all at? Where can they get a hold of you?
Instagram at Mojo Family. Don't forget the E, MoJoe Family. You can also find us on
MoJoFamily.com is the website. So everything's connected.
I wasn't sure. I was gonna say Mojo Family. Like, do we got it up? But we do have it up.
It's ready. It's running.
MoJoFamily.com.
Yeah.
Also, our music is on Spotify, Tidal, Apple, the whole nine.
Napster?
Yep.
I would hope not, but yeah, it's there.
No, it's
legit now. It's legit.
And they pay the most.
And to Mazi's point, and they pay the most.
They pay the most,
crazy.
man.
They started all of this stuff.
The irony.
People don't even use them.
Well, I mean, you know.
Who goes to Napster to stream their music?
We got what's their subscription?
We gotta look.
Yeah, we got how much is their
Y'all
subscription?
have a subscription to Napster?
No, I don't.
No, I don't either.
Who
but
does?
We gotta look it up.
We gotta look it up.
Numbers.
I gotta figure it out. Yo, if anybody that's watching the show has a subscription to Napster, like, let us know the pricing and everything, and do they have a family package? Because I might just get the family on there. Because I was honestly trying to convince my wife, like, yo, let's go to Tidal. Like
I use Tidal.
Use Tidal?
Yeah.
Well, because I know they pay the highest out of the rest of them. So, and I had a trial on Tidal before. Shout out to South by Southwest 2017, because I got a whole bunch of free trials from them too, and just the content they have. Okay, so. Do you use the Tidal website? Mm-hmm. So they still have the exclusive content, like the concerts and shows like that on there.
Concerts, it's different stuff.
Let's sign up.
It's $10 a month. $10 a month for Tidal.
Yeah,
I like it.
Tidal's dope.
Yeah,
I like Tidal. Tidal's dope. But yeah, if I can get Napster, I just want to be that weird dude to be like, nah, I use Napster.
But my thing, I think the industry was so mad at Napster that they made sure like their marketing and their branding was shit by the time they got legal. Like, y'all stole so much music and money from us.
Right.
Fucked up the whole game.
The whole
Literally.
game. No, for real.
Really, you fucked up the whole
Listen, if it wasn't Master P and labels making 360 deals because of P, it was Napster right along with
Napster was right
they
along.
hate P too. The industry hates P.
The industry
what he
hates
did to
P.
the game. Every 10 years or so, you got to have somebody that disrupts. So I love the disruptors. I love the P's, the Napsters. You know what I'm saying?
So, final question with the disruptors. Was Soulja Boy the first disruptor, or one of the disruptors too?
He's one of them.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Love to Soulja Boy for disrupting the industry.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy definitely disrupted.
He did it first.
He did it first.
He did.
Shout out to Soulja Boy.
Shout out to Soulja Boy.
Skrills.
Yes, sir.
Take your time with this one, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you can find me at Mazi's World Official on IG and also on Twitch. I changed my Twitch name to Mazi's World Official, so it's there now. Yeah. Sponsor time?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Davies.
DaviesEntertainment.com. Be sure to get your merch on there. And more sponsors and endorsements in the works coming soon.
Yep.
And with that being said, like, share, subscribe to Mazi's World, the OCD Creates on YouTube. And be sure to leave a review on the podcast section too. We want to hear what y'all saying. Are we doing something? Are we doing great? Do we need to improve on something?
Are we okay?
Are we okay? Am I biased? Am I not outside? I don't
Exactly.
Just let me know. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Mojo, appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all coming through, pulling up. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And we'll see y'all next time. It's your boy. Peace.
Maserati. So focused, I just need some meaning to my name. Plus I'm cheating with these codes. If you thinking it's a game, that's real talk.